What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we got ourselves a realistic Miami Heat rebuild. So the Miami Heat have been on a crazy tear lately. I mean, it's only really early in the season, don't get me wrong, but they have an undrafted rookie by the name of Kendrick Nunn who's been just killing it. Just absolutely killing it. Already making his name out there for Rookie of the Year, which is absolutely just amazing because he was undrafted. So no one was really talking about this guy. So the only thing that I went and did is I kind of got him up to a 76 overall. He was a 71. 2K is eventually gonna have to update it anyway, but the guy's been balling, man. He really has been. So I moved it up to like a 76, maybe 75, borderline, something like that. I think he deserves it. Obviously, Dion Waiters probably won't be playing for the Miami Heat this year due to his comments this season. Tyler Harrow actually has been balling out as well, but he does progress pretty well, so I'm not even going to worry about him too much. Kendrick Nunn was the guy I was worried about because he was an undrafted rookie. I did change his potential a little bit, and I think the guy's going to be really good. I mean, he's already showing that he's going to be quite a baller this season, actually. They already kind of have this. So this is what they got going. They have Kendrick Nunn at the shooting guard spot. I disagree with this. I think this should be like this, right? So Winslow, Kendrick Nunn, and then you have Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo, or Myers Leonard I agree with, and Bam Adebayo. So I think that looks pretty good. We're going to go about like 25 minutes there. Then you have Goran Dragic coming off the bench, beginning about 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to mess with these rotations too much. I think I like them quite a bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave them the way they are. I like it. So we're going to go ahead and leave these rotation as is. The only thing I wanted to change out was Justice Winslow and Jimmy Butler, of course, because Justice Winslow, as we all know, has been playing point guard for them this season. But other than that, guys, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move Myers Leonard to power forward because he does go up quite a bit when you do that. And then we should be golden. So I'm going to go ahead, simulate the rest of the season the way it is. And then we're just going to see how this Miami Heat team finishes out. Maybe in 2K they don't have him so good, but this, you know, in real life, they've been killing it. In the season, Giannis Antetokounmpo is your MVP. What a surprise. I mean, most of these, like normally, are always the same. So we always skip through them just because it's really not that crazy. So we are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, which is, you know, kind of what I could see coming from the Miami Heat. We are 44 and 38. Here were the player stats if we can go look. And we had, let's see, we had 19 points from Jimmy Buckets, off, you know, pretty nice. Goran Dragic, obviously the Miami Heat could easily trade him if they wanted to in real life, if they want to go that route by the trade deadline. You have Justice Winslow, who had 14 and or 15 and 3. Obviously not the greatest number of assists there as a point justice, but 13, 10 and a half, 13 off the bench, 12 and a half. And then Kendrick Nunn, obviously in real life is balling more than this, but they only have him averaging about, you know, 8 points per game, which isn't terrible by any means. It's not like crazy, but we just gotta wait till Kendrick Nunn eventually becomes that guy, right? So we're up, actually no, we're down 3-1 to the Toronto Raptors, which could be expected. We really don't have another superstar next to Jimmy Butler, and maybe you won't even need one. Maybe Kendrick Nunn is just that guy. He really could be. It's not like, I don't know, it's just 2K, right? So it's not like he's actually gonna average 8 points per game. It's just 2K just kind of BSing out there, because obviously the guy is gonna be a lot better than that if he's already off to a great start. Obviously, there's always a rookie wall where rookies get tired because they aren't used to an 82-game season, but we'll see if that happens to affect him. But we got the Lakers and the Bucks, and the Lakers are going to win the championship behind LeBron James, and yeah, that's it. But as you guys know, I won a championship in the last video. I plan on keeping that streak alive, so let's get into the offseason and build this team up. So the draft lottery, I don't even know if the Miami Heat have their first round pick. I'm very curious to see if they do. We do. So the 19th overall pick, according to 2K, we have it anyway. Erik Spoelstra, I love the guy. I think he's a good coach. So I'm not going to get rid of him. I will be getting rid of the assistant coach. And although, you know, Greg Popovich is out there, I'm going to go ahead and stick with Erik Spoelstra. And we're going to get a good trainer for those 3 training camps because we have a lot of young players here. So we're going to go to the draft. And let's just see what we can get in the NBA draft. With the 19th overall pick, the team is still somewhat young, other than, you know, obviously Jimmy Butler. So they have the ability to make a huge trade. But are they going to do that is the question. So Okapala, Dion Waiters, as we all know, is either going to get shipped off by the trade deadline or he's not going to play the season at all. I don't expect him to anyway. Once you talk crap on your head coach, it's just kind of, the relationship is just kind of rocky from there, I would think. So we could get Chris Paul, which is something that could happen. Now, I don't see the Thunder wanting Dion Waiters. I mean, they tried that before, right? They had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Dion Waiters. But Chris Paul is an option. I'm going to leave that there, though. I don't want to go ahead and get him just yet. His value isn't going to be great, obviously, but I think in the last Miami Heat rebuild I did get Chris Paul, so I might try to stay away from that, but we'll see. So we got Jay McDaniels here at power forward, or Jalen Smith. I'm going to go McDaniels. He's a little bit younger, just coming into this draft. He is 6'10 as well, and we're going to draft him. And for rookie signing, or 2K, why do you do this to me, man? We're back in 2K, and instead of Chris Paul, I thought of a different point guard, and that could be Kyle Lowry. Maybe the Raptors are ready to just, you know, hang it up for Kyle Lowry. Maybe they're ready to get rid of him, and from the side of it, they also get James or Justice Winslow, who could fit their rebuild system right now, which I'm going to go ahead and probably do this trade if they'll accept it. So they'll also get Dion Waiters, who's not a bad shooting guard by any means. James Johnson back to Toronto, like where he used to play, and we get Lowry basically. So hopefully they'll take this trade. They're not going to do it just for that. I really don't want to have to give them a pick if I don't have to, but it looks like I might have to. So I guess I can give them this guy as well. All right, so we got Kyle Lowry, which I liked it a lot. He's like $10 million cheaper than Chris Paul anyway. So I think Kyle Lowry could find himself in Miami. He's also on a one-year deal. So worst case scenario, it doesn't really work out, and then you could go ahead and just go, you know, try again in the offseason with some other better free agents. That's another thing. 2021 free agency is going to be so good. You have Kyle Lowry on a one-year deal. You could decide, you know, it didn't really work out, and then you can go ahead and search 2021 free agency for that other star. So if you get Chris Paul, you're going to be locked into his contract for another year. So I like that deal a lot for us, but we're going to go, what do we need now if we want to look? So Lowry, we have Kendrick Nunn and Tyler Herro, which I believe in both these guys. Don't get me wrong. Kyle Lowry, Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Herro. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I definitely don't think I want to keep Kelly Olynyk either. We have $18 million. So if we could go ahead and get Kelly Olynyk out of here as well, we could get Tobias Harris, which would be awesome, of course, but I don't want to trade Kendrick Nunn. Tato and a first-round pick. I don't think Olynyk is worth a first-rounder, if I'm honest with you. But the Hawks, maybe. I don't know if they would do that. Let's see. The Kings. Who could use a guy like Kelly Olynyk? I mean, any kind of playoff team could use him, obviously. Aminu, for a backup power forward, we save about $3 million. We get a second-round pick. You know, I could see something like that. Josh Hart, Svi, Raptors, the Spurs. I don't know, like I said, I don't think he's worth a first-round pick. Anthony Simon. So I think I like this as far as realistic goes. Aminu is going to be a nice, solid addition off the bench, and we save ourselves about $3 million and get a second. So $21 million going to us in this free agency. I can't complain. So Kendrick Nunn and Tyler Herro. So we got Aminu, who's going to be a solid, if we wanted to start him. He's not a bad defender, so I'm cool with that as well. So, I mean, really, we got the defense, or we could just start Jay McDaniels. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but I like this team. Unfortunately, we're going to need some bench depth, of course. Like, we have like $21 million in bench depth that we could use. Could just sign Dragic back, Malik Beasley. I don't want to go too crazy because I want to leave that option in order to sign some 2021 free agents to come to Miami. Because as you all know, Miami is a great place to play because of the weather. I mean, players love that kind of weather. So I'm going to keep that option open to me, but I think I might sign like Goran Dragic on a one-year deal. I think I might bring him back to Miami. And then shooting guards, we can find Roberson, Evans, Ellington. We can bring Ellington back to Miami. Malik Beasley, Trier, Dotson, Forbes. Forbes wouldn't be a bad option as far as... actually, we don't need a shooting guard. What am I talking about? Small forwards, Joe Harris or Iguodala. Ooh, Iguodala. I actually like the idea of Andre Iguodala. Coming off the bench for Jimmy Butler. Give me that. I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll give him a 2-year deal because we're going to have so much cap space with Kyle Lowry possibly leaving, or we could re-sign him. So Iguodala and Goran Dragic, I'll take that any day. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we basically have a 9-man rotation. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. We have $751K, and then going into next season, we should have about $51 million freed up, which is going to be good for free agents. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Simulate this second season. I'm liking this team quite a bit. I think we're in a good state right now. I'm going to leave it the way it is and simulate to the end of the second season. Helped a lot in the last video when we had Stephen Curry, MVP, putting up amazing numbers. It's just insane how good he does in like the second and third season once he comes back. It's absolutely amazing. But we are the 6th seed in the East this time. We went 43-39, so we're really not where we want to be just yet. but we're getting there. So we had about 18.5 from Jimmy Butler, 17 from Kyle Lowry, 7 assists. If I can get Kyle Lowry after I sign some like good free agents, I wouldn't mind bringing the guy back, but I'm not gonna try to push for it. Tyler Herro is developing well, so I want to keep him at the shooting guard spot just because obviously his shooting is very valuable on the floor. Jamie Daniels even had himself a nice season with 15 points. Bam Adebayo 13. Aminu obviously didn't do too much, but you know, didn't really need him to be honest. And then Kendrick Nunn, still not getting the, you know, obviously I'm supposed to mess with his tendencies or whatever, but I didn't really want to do that in this video. Kendrick Nunn though, don't get me wrong, he's gonna be I think he's gonna be really good because already looking pretty good in real life, but it is a short sample size, and as we're up 3-1 on the Nets and we just upset them, so okay, I will take it. Are we gonna beat? We're playing the 7th seed in Milwaukee Bucks. It is okay. So we just had a couple of upsets in the first round, but we're up 1-0. Milwaukee's kind of creeping up at that 3-1 spot. 3-2, 3. Okay, if we were gonna force a game 7, I was gonna sim cast, but I didn't really like this team. I didn't think this team was a championship caliber just yet. But the fact that we beat Brooklyn in the first round with the roster that we had, it's gonna be good. I think this next offseason is gonna prove that we can go win a championship. So that's what we're gonna plan on doing. Obviously, the East runs through Philly. They're the new superstar team you have to beat, but we're gonna try our best to try to beat them, obviously. So well, let's see what lottery pick we might, or not lottery pick, what pick we might have. Doesn't look like we have one. Miami goes to the Thunder. Yep. Okay, so we don't have one. Erik Spoelstra. Man, I really don't want to fire him. Don't get me wrong, I really don't want to, but at the same time, Mike D'Antoni's out there, and his ratings are so much better. So I'm gonna do it. I like Erik Spoelstra, don't get me wrong, and I know he probably won't get fired in real life, but I just had to do it. So first things first, I think I am gonna try to get rid of Aminu. I don't think I really need him going forward. So let's see if we can kind of free up his money. Rubio, Edwards, GM Michael Green, Ivan Robb. I'm not really seeing anything too great. Although we could do a little salary dump here. The Lakers get some win now players in Iguodala and Aminu, and we get some young players and some cap space. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that trade. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of both of them. I was originally gonna keep Iguodala, but the Lakers could use him, I'm sure. So I'll go ahead and ship him out of there. So we're gonna go to the options now for the team. Player options, we have Tyler Herro, and then I think Kendrick Nunn's about to be a free agent, which we don't want to see him go. But I don't think we want to see Kendrick Nunn or Bam Adebayo go, to be honest. But Kendrick Nunn definitely going to be a guy I want to bring back. But we have negative $17 million. Lowry is getting a majority of that. I'm going to have to renounce the guy. Like I said, I will bring him back if I can. But if I don't, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. We'll find some point guard to fill in the role. But Lowry, you're making $45 million. We could just renounce him if we get. Well, we won't renounce him yet, but. So we have Kawhi, Giannis, Paul George, Donovan Mitchell. So I'm looking at these top 3. Who I know Miami could maybe attract one. I don't know about Giannis. Kawhi, who knows about him, because we just don't know what the future holds for Paul George or Kawhi. But getting Paul George or Kawhi benefits me a lot. Giannis would be amazing too. I just don't know if Giannis would come to Miami. That's the thing. So do I want Kawhi or Paul George? Obviously, Kawhi would be the better option. So I'm going to give him a contract. And if we can get him, that'd be great. But if not, I will be okay with Paul George as well. So we'll offer Paul George and Kawhi a contract and see if we can get at least one of them. Miami is a great place to play. So I think they could probably attract one of them, at least one of them there. So let's see what happens. We get a Paul George signing. I will take it. That is going to be amazing. We do have to renounce the rights on Kyle Lowry, of course. But Paul George, welcome to. Wow, Kawhi just went back to Toronto. Okay, interesting. We still have the rights on Kyle Lowry. He hasn't been signed yet. So hopefully we can kind of retain him, and then we can have a nice trio there. So Paul George, we haven't quite renounced the rights on Lowry yet, though, to be honest. So Lowry, does he have an offer yet? He does not. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we do have Paul George, and we don't have the bird rights on Lowry anymore, but we can afford him if... Wait. We have $13 million. So I think we do kind of have some bird rights. It just doesn't really show it. Although the only thing that sucks about this signing is Paul George is probably going to have to take over for Tyler Herro at the starting spot. So that's going to be a thing, but that's all right. So, or we could get fancy with it and move Tyler Herro to point guard, but I don't think I'm going to get that crazy. So Trey Jones, we got good shooting guards, small forwards, of course, Jay McDaniels, and we need Bam Adebayo back as soon as possible. He hasn't gone anywhere, right? Okay, he hasn't. I was just making sure. I was about to say, can't lose Bam Adebayo, but I think it only makes sense to bring back Lowry. I think we have to. He's so cheap, and I think he's going to do exactly what we want. So don't tell me I have to. Okay, I was about to say, don't tell me I have to renounce the rights on Bam Adebayo, because I won't do it if I have to. But we don't, which is good. All right, so now Lowry's here. So he's going to be a starting point guard. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Jay McDaniels, I'm cool with him starting at power forward if need be. And Bam Adebayo. So we need a probably. Can Tyler Herro move to small forward? Is that a thing? He goes up. I don't know if you should do that in real life because I don't know if his defense is that great. I've never really checked. Is he a good defender? He's got a C, so not the best, maybe not the worst, but because we're gonna get Kendrick Nunn back, I'm gonna go ahead and move him over there. If I can find Kendrick Nunn, better not be gone. He better be out here somewhere. Bird, not showing he's out here. Not liking that. We better get Kendrick Nunn back. We better get him back. But I'll look for centers real quick. So centers that we can afford. Cousins, we can afford Cousins. Dude, I'm doing this. Why not? Why wouldn't we bring Cousins here? DeMarcus Cousins off the bench is going to be nice. We're going to do that for sure. And then we're going to get Bam Adebayo once he gets an offer. Okay, he hasn't gotten an offer yet. Let's just offer him his contract. The Bam Adebayo, we're going to go ahead and sign him. Kendrick Nunn, I can't find him. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need Kendrick Nunn and probably like another backup. I don't know where he went though. Is he gone? He better not be gone. I'm gonna go crazy. Let's see. Did he sign somewhere else and it didn't let me match? Because if that is the case, I'm not gonna be okay. He's still a free agent. I just can't find him anywhere. Whatever. I mean, maybe I don't. Oh, he'll probably accept his qualifying offer, but I'm not gonna chance it. We're gonna go ahead and, of course, try to sign him back. But point guards, could just get Goran Dragic back, but I really don't want him back. Wow, we can't really afford anybody. Ilyasova, I guess, on a 1-year deal. We'll sign him, and then I don't really want Goran Dragic back just because I don't want him to take scoring away. He does score off the bench, don't get me wrong, but I didn't want him to take scoring away from the starting 5. So we're gonna chill with that. And then Kendrick Nunn, wherever you might be, I want you back already. Where is he at? Let's see where he is. Kendrick Nunn, can I find you? There you are. You want $9 million? Wow, we can't even sign him. Hopefully, no one signs him. Hopefully, no one signs him. We should get him back on his qualifying offer, but we're going to secure that and make sure, because if we don't get him, I'd kind of suck. Do I sign Goran Dragic? I guess. I'll sign him. I wasn't going to, but I'll give Goran Dragic a 1-year deal. Why not? So, yeah, we'll bring him back to Miami. And then, yes! Kendrick Nunn is back! That's what I'm talking about. That is a great offseason, if you ask me. Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and Paul George. This is a nice trio that could form in Miami. We also got DeMarcus Cousins. Depending on how he comes back, he's not going to be bad either. So he's going to be a nice bench center for us. But I'm liking this team. This team should definitely compete for a championship spot, if you ask me. So I'm going to go ahead, simulate to the end of the 3rd season where this team should get, actually, scratch that. Scratch that entirely. We are going to show the rotation real quick before we do that. I almost forgot. So I'm going to go to the rotation real quick before I do that. I'm going to give Kendrick Nunn and DeMarcus Cousins, not DeMarcus Cousins, Tyler Herro some on-top potential. But let's see what the rotation is going to look like. So they want a 9-man. I'm going to go 9-man. So we have Lowry, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Jay McDaniels, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, Cousins, Dragic, and Kendrick Nunn. That is a sexy rotation. But what do they got? So we got a 4-star rating at 7 seconds. Could we go up anywhere? I just realized we have a pretty good defensive team as well. Defense is 3.5 because Jimmy Butler, Paul George, and Lowry are all good defenders, but Jay McDaniels is not. But 7 seconds, I'm cool with. So we're going to run a 7-second system. Going to turn trades off. And guys, this better be the season we make a deep playoff run at the least. Man is unstoppable. 34 points. Absolutely crazy. But we went 49-33. The 76ers went 52-30. All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. So no Miami Heat players that made the team. We do have an all-defensive first team from Paul George. And no Jimmy Butler on all-defensive second team. And yeah, that's about it. So we are the 4th seed in the East. Get to face the young, up-and-coming Atlanta Hawks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous about it because, as we all know, the Atlanta Hawks in this game are actually somewhat decent. So we had 15 and 9 from Lowry, 15 from Tyler Hero, 18 and 18, and Jimmy Butler kind of took a step back with 14. Cousins did his thing, Goran Dragic 10. So there was a lot of double-digit scores. So it was kind of scoring by committee. But 2K, let's do this, baby. I'm gonna curl around against Atlanta. We're up 1-0. Okay, I'm nervous, dude. I'm so nervous. 2-1. No, don't do this, 2K. We're down 3-1. I wanted to... Dude, did you guys just see what happened? Charlotte just beat the 76ers and... Dude, this is a golden opportunity. Oh my gosh, it's gotta be blown. Wow, 138 to 107. Look at that. They just swept them. Oh my... They have ball, or I just combined ball, LaMelo Ball. There's too many balls on this team. Okay, I'm done. 27 and 10 from Bol, and then Lonzo, or LaMelo, I should say. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they just swept them. It is the rise of the young teams. We have to see who wins the championship. If Atlanta or Charlotte wins, I am walking out of the room and never returning. Atlanta, okay, maybe not Atlanta necessarily, but Charlotte, I couldn't. They're just, wow. Okay, but we got the Battle of LA, of course. What a shocker there. But we got Toronto, who have Kawhi, and the Hawks just upset them. The Hawks just did their thing. And of course, wait, I was rooting for the Hawks. But of course, the Brow and LeBron always get it done. That was actually a pretty fun video. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of funny. That Charlotte just swept Philadelphia. Unfortunately, we couldn't take advantage of it, but I did like this team. I think we put together a pretty decent team. Maybe I went overkill with DeMarcus Cousins signing. Maybe I shouldn't have signed Goran Dragic back. Let me know what you guys think. But all I know is the Miami Heat are looking pretty scary in real life, and I think they're a lot better than most of us expected. But that's gonna end it for me, guys. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.